Good day, everyone. I would like to present to you my report entitled Speed Transformation is at Hand. So, my objectives on this topic is to know the effect of COVID-19 pandemic crisis to religious sector. Based on my main focus, the praise and worship service. So, a faith can be served either you are physically present at church, at home, or anywhere and anytime. Even in 1920s, the evangelists, pastors, priests, and other religious leaders have been broadcasting on radio, and it was developed to television and online service nowadays, but with the purpose to get in touch with the sick people staying at home. To travelers and some other professionals like militaries, medical courses, and many others that have no fixed time to visit physically at church because they are going to portray their related jobs and tasks. And suddenly today, this COVID-19 pandemic crisis struck and surprises the people in the world that physical worship service at church will uniformly be stopped and the churches were closed. As such, what are the effects of COVID-19 pandemic crisis to religious sector based on their practices, beliefs, and values? The following items are as follows. Religious service in person. So, believers were used to have a physical presence of preachers, priests, and religious leaders in honing their respective practices and beliefs, but it was transformed by the effect of COVID-19 pandemic crisis when it was stopped and closed. Thus, it made a lot of adjustment to many individuals, especially those people who have no access online worship service who stayed at remote areas. So another effect of COVID-19 pandemic crisis to our religious sector and to the believers is number 2, the virtual online worship. So some preacher, priest, and other religious leaders already practice as such, yet for the main purpose, again, as I stated earlier, to help the sick people to worship at home. And the automatic shift of virtual online worship, it really allows the preachers such as the pastors, priests, and other religious leaders the importance of technology nowadays, that to connect to the members of their church, to hone their beliefs and faith in this need of surprise circumstances. The said preachers need to embrace the online technology in order to give a continuous support through their members, not only in prayers but also in their preaching of God's word. And the last items that affect the believers is the self-actualization of faith. So, since then, it was already a practice by believers. But in this COVID-19 pandemic crisis, the validation of their solid faith and foundation of it are tested in these challenging circumstances on how they are going to stand firmly in their respective faith. The test of faith and the foundation of it will now be validated through self-actualization. That makes each one of us to prove how strong and firm our faith in behalf of no physical presence in our church, but making our own way to connect our relationship with our God through our self-actualization. So to conclude, the said items mentioned above, such as religious service in person, to online worship, service and self-actualization helped and opened the minds of our preachers, such as the preachers, the priests, the pastors, and other religious leaders, to teach them in embracing the technology. And they need to learn and be fully educated to continuously portray their role as a strong influence to hone the faith of the respective members in church, to firmly stand about their faith and beliefs to our God. So this is the presentation that I am preparing for this socio-cultural subject that we have. So for me, the big churches were closed, yet it opened the small but solid churches at home. Thank you very much, and good day again. And here are the references of my report as part of my evidences through my report. Thank you.